Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to do a video log for tonight. Um, I just want to talk about my mood and how I've been lately. Like, I've been kind of like closed off a lot, and I don't see nothing wrong with it because it's like I'm very secure in being by myself. But like the reading I had posted on my page earlier today, the Libra energy reading, even though I'm not a Libra, it was an energy reading, and she was saying how uh people view me as thinking that I'm like better than everybody and stuff like that. And it's not that. It's just that I've dealt with a lot of backstabbing and stuff like that. And people who betrayed me and lied to me so much in my life that it's like I look at everybody in a certain type of way. Like they just full of shit. And it doesn't help that I'm healing, and then like when I'm in public and certain guys come up to me and they be on BS, that really just makes my situation and my thought process even worse. Like it's like certain men do stuff, and it could be on a deeper level where I feel like because I was molested as a child and then I've been through so much, it could be a point of like it's not a disgust for me, and it's just like a feeling that men can't be trusted. And it's like certain things men do that can get on my nerve. Like this is how I feel about it. Now when I used to dress in a certain type of way, like I wear a low cut blouse or something like that, and back in the past, and it's like I will expect a guy to come at me a certain type of way, just like women who go out there and wear short shorts. It's like you can't really complain if a man coming at you a certain type of way, if you dressed a certain type of way. And people can say what they want about the Amber Rose slut walk and stuff like that. You can say what you want to say, but if you putting yourself out there a certain type of way, then it's like you expect a certain type of reaction. But what annoys me is when men come at me a certain type of way and my body's covered and I'm a decent woman or whatever. So that's what irritates me. And it's like I be trying to now I'm trying to get in the habit of saying a prayer before I leave so I don't go back to my ways of going off. It's like certain ways that I'm learning how to put people in their place now. Like, for example, this guy, I'm not going to even say the exact story because then everybody who lives around here going to know who I'm talking about. But it's this one guy who, he owns his own store. He's not black. He's a different race in this area. And I went into the store one time, and just like women, we get feminine products. We'll get like body wash or douche and stuff like that. And he was like, "Ooh, you're gonna clean that?" When I was at the register paying for my stuff, and the first thing I wanted to do was snap and cuss him out, but I was like, "Nah," because I'm trying to work on taming my tongue and not going off on people. Because sometimes when I go off on people, my point doesn't get across as well as it would if I was calm. So I was just like, I looked at him, I said, "You know that was inappropriate." And I was like, "Do you have a daughter?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "How would you feel if a man was talking to her like that?" I was talking to him kind of like in a condescending, kind of stupid way, like, just kind of like, "Now, how would you feel, how you talk to a little kid like they're stupid?" And he was like, "I wouldn't care." I was like, "Oh, you're a bad father then." You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm learning how to talk to people more in a sarcastic kind of tone when they come off with foolish behavior towards me, instead of just being like, "Nigga, what?" Or like, talking real street like type, because that's not really who I am. But because I'm so nice, I expect respectful. I respect people to come at me a respectful type of way now. So when I don't get that, I get agitated. Another guy, it's like I keep on having people full of shit come near me. Another guy, I got off the bus and went to McDonald's and he was in there, and it's like sometimes I just don't be feeling like talking to nobody. And it's not that I'm shutting people off. It's just if somebody was to come at me in a respectful type of way, that would get my attention. It's just the people that be coming up to me. And he asked me what time it was. I was like, "Cool." Then he kept asking me something else. And I went out to the bus stop and he followed me over there and was doing a little kissy, look like the little kissy face. You know how you go somebody, and I was like, and I really wanted to slap him, but I didn't do that. Of course, I would never reach out and slap somebody, but it's just about respect. You see, I'm a decent person. I'm dressed, cover, ain't nothing showing. I look like a respectful, decent person, and you coming at me wrong. And I was like, first thing I said, "Do you have a daughter?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "How would you feel if she did that?" And he was like, "If she was a grown woman." I said, "No, in general, I don't care if she grown, if she young, how would you feel?" And I think a lot of times, like, men, they don't think about the repercussions for their actions. Like, seriously, if going around dogging women, more than likely, and it's not even more than likely, the punishment for that, not just you getting your karma, your daughter gonna get karma too. It's like you going around dogging women, you just better not have a close relationship with your daughter because it's gonna come back on her, whether it's years from now or it's immediately. That's like I told you, when you mess over certain people, that karma comes back on your kids. Now, if you don't love your kids, that's fine. You really have to watch what you do when you mess with certain people that are like prophets or earth angels or empaths. You really have to watch that. And God knows me so well. He's the only person that knows me inside and out because he created me. He knows my past. He knows my future. And I'm not flawless, but I try to be like a decent type of person. And one thing that really made me happy today is that I was on the bus on the way home. I'm sorry, on the train on the way home. And before I say that, let me say this. I don't get a lot of feedback because I don't interact with anybody. Nobody has told me that, oh, you're doing good on social media. People admire you. Nobody told me that except for psychics that I go to, different ones. They'll be like, people really have a lot of respect for you. They really admire you. They see you going through a lot. Some of them say people jealous. Some of them people say people think that I'm arrogant, but nobody has given me any feedback. The only feedback that I've gotten on my work on Facebook was from two people in my family, and they both told me, you're doing something dangerous. People ain't gonna like that. Take that down. Oh, why don't you do something else and stuff like that? So I don't really know. Not that I care, but it's just like I don't really get an outward way of what people think about me because it's like I don't interact with anybody. The only person I really talk to on a day-to-day basis is my grandmother. I tried to get online before on POF, and I was mad at going through my little black man mad thing. So I put no black men or whatever, just being mad or whatever. Sometimes I say one thing and I'll be like, nah, maybe I shouldn't have did that. And I'm not too big to ever admit that. But it's like I went on POF and I was like, no black men, please, on my profile, just browsing, no black men. And then it's like somebody messaged me talking about, you're a disgrace. You're supposed to be a spiritual teacher and you're talking about no black men. And it's like that really enraged me and agitated me. And it's like I'm a real good person when it comes to like checking people. It's like I can check a person from left to right, up and down, like with the raw truth. And a lot of people, they don't know how to handle that. And sometimes when I get mad, I can spit out certain facts and just read a person of filth. And then I later on go back and be like, man, I shouldn't have said that. Because in the heat of the moment, you can say things you don't mean. But ultimately, when I read somebody, it's with the truth and they can't handle it. And so it's like they get mad and stuff like that. And then you don't want to mess with me or really secretly hold a resentment towards me. But anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. So he wrote me that, and that further like emphasized my point because it's like if I was on POF and let's just say I was going through Meet Me, looking at the pictures that I like, and I go to one guy and I go to his page because I think maybe he's attractive. Let's just say that, or he looks like a decent person, and he's saying he don't date black women. You think I'm really gonna message this guy and be like, why the hell you don't like black women? Are you effing crazy? Like, why would I write something like that? It's like, it's a million something people on POF. It's like, if he doesn't like black women, wouldn't that make me stupid to text him and ask him or call him out? It's like, that's stupid, and that really irritated me even more. And the person had a blank profile picture. But it's like, I don't really have any personal vendetta against black men because I'm black myself. But it's like, I'm kind of like, when I do start dating, I want to like date. When people say they don't want to date within their race, people automatically assume I'm talking about white people. I'm talking about in general. I wouldn't mind dating a foreigner or dating somebody if they are black from like a different type of state, because different people from different states or towns, they kind of have like a different mindset from what I'm used to. So that's kind of what I'm kind of like looking for. I'm not looking for a relationship, but it's like I'm just kind of like getting more open to it, not just thinking everybody full of it. Because like when I be out in public and stuff, it's like sometimes I don't even want people talking to me, and people can tell that if they come up to me, it's like a dry sort of response. But now I'm kind of like being more open or whatever. And then another thing, like I want to say, like I said, I don't get much feedback from people and stuff like that. And if I do, it's something silly or childish and stuff like that turns me off. But this guy on the train on my way home, he made me feel really good because I was sitting on the train and he was sitting in front of me. He turned around and just started staring at me. And I was like, he just like literally stared, didn't try to play it off. I was like, what is going on? And I laughed. And he was like, I see you all the time on this train going downtown back and forth. You just keep to yourself, and I really respect that. It's like I like the way you dress. He said you must be some kind of Christian or something like that. And he just said I just really like the way you carry yourself. He didn't ask me my name. He didn't ask me for my number. It was like he was just being a gentleman, and he just made me smile. It was like I don't know, maybe it could have been just an angel God sent to just kind of lift my spirits or whatever. And that made me feel good. And nobody tells me that, like I told you, because I don't interact with people. And when I do, it's always on a childish type of level that kind of like turns me off or whatever. And like I said before, I don't want to categorize all black men because of the BS that I chose to deal with or whatever, because I didn't put myself on the higher standards and stuff when I was on the dating scene. So, I just wanted to say that like I don't have nothing against my people, and I know I be saying black people this, black people that, and that's just how most black people talk. We know how our people are. They're very like jealous, and then sometimes I feel like we try to compete with each other, or black men they don't really man up to a certain extent. Like I feel like black men they don't know how to really be leaders to the point where in the household, the woman has nothing to do but to be submissive and want to respect you because you lead the household and you're the one who we look up to and respect, like you're doing respectable stuff. So it's kind of like when I see other races or whatever, it's like I feel this is just how I feel, and this is just my opinion. I love my people, but it's like when I look at other races, the presentation is more better, and it's like a lot of people from other races tend to be more gentleman-like, and they know how to approach a woman and court a woman and stuff like that. And it's just like some of the people, not all, because I have dated some nice guys before, but some of the people in the past that I've dated, it's like they weren't really mature minded. So it's kind of like I'm just slowly breaking out of my bubble and slowly considering actually dating. I'm just not looking for, but I will accept a friend if the person is decent, but taking it slow. So I just wanted to say that. That's my nightly thoughts. I'm going to watch some more movies and go to bed in a couple hours. Talk to you guys tomorrow.